Hi, this is Keith Farnham, and today I'd like to talk to you about how I lost my wand and how I got my magic wand back. This is my magic wand. This is me using it. When's the last time you used your magic wand? In fact, let's see, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. Do you know where your magic wand is? When's the last time you used it? Today we're going to talk about how we lose our magic wands and how we get our wands back. Getting your magic wand back. So how did we lose it in the first place? Well, we were all born, most of us, with natural innocence. We were naturally open to life, innocent of all beliefs or preconceptions, and therefore limitations on our abilities to create. When we were born, we felt connected to God. We were connected to God. We were one and the same as that energy, the life force that we call God. And many very young kids are able to practice their natural spiritual abilities. They can see so-called invisible friends. They can see fairies, gnomes, elves. They can see angels. They can see God. They can feel God. They can see Jesus, Krishna. They can see grandma and grandpa who have passed over to the other side. And then along comes preschool or our parents, and we start to learn that it's not okay to see these things. It's not okay to know these things, other lifetimes, and so on. And pretty soon we put our magic wands away. And eventually we put our magic wands away so often and so much that we even forget not only where we put them, but that we ever even had a magic wand, that we ever even had these natural spiritual abilities. And this we call the loss of innocence, the loss of that awareness of our natural spiritual abilities, the loss of our use of those natural powers, and the loss of that openness and trust and play and magical ability that we all had as very young kids. Now, if you were lucky enough to be born in a native culture, some native cultures, not only can you keep those natural spiritual abilities alive, you can very often use them your whole life and see ancestors and grandma and grandpa who passed over to the other side, or still be able to know when people are going to show up or where they are, or communicate telepathically like the Aborigines do. But in our culture, in the Western culture, we're told to put away childish things, to put these things away. And that's what most of us did. And part of what we put away, besides our joy, our play, our aliveness, is we also put away our magic wands. So this video is about assisting us to take our wands out again. First of all, remember that we have them. Second of all, remember where we put them, and take them out and start using them again. And this is called chosen innocence. This is where we choose to be innocent of limitation. This is where we choose to be free of the beliefs and ideas that we don't have these abilities. Where we choose to be free of limitation and restriction on what we can do and what we can't do, and what we can create and what magic that there is in the world. And this is called choosing to be innocent of those limitations. And taking your magic wand out is symbolic of allowing yourself to let your natural spiritual powers come back. Chosen innocence has to do with arriving at a time when you realize that you are aware enough, you're awake enough, plus you're usually an adult, you're older, you're stronger, you're wiser, and you realize that you have the wisdom and compassion to use your natural abilities safely and compassionately. You've developed wisdom and compassion and connection to other people, so you won't misuse your spiritual powers anymore. And you've developed the strength and clarity to know when and where and how to use your spiritual powers. In the past, if we talked to invisible people, if we heard voices, if we did strange things, we were concerned about being put away. People thinking we're crazy. Back in the Middle Ages, which is still affecting some of us, the Inquisition and so on, and in all cultures they had this, and they still have this in most cultures. We have to be careful that we don't stick out, we don't stand out too much and do things that are too far outside the box, outside the paradigm. But now, with chosen innocence, and now with the world changing and humanity shifting to a higher vibration, there's a lot more opportunities to be magical. There's a lot more opportunities to use your natural spiritual abilities. And with the wisdom that you've developed and the compassion, you can now use your natural spiritual abilities intuitively and compassionately. You'll know when and where and how to go outside the box, to show your natural spiritual powers. Just the other day I saw an item on Phoenix television here in Arizona where a young girl lifted a 3,000 pound car off her father in the garage. The car had fallen on her father. He was pinned unconscious on the floor, and she lifted that 3,000 pound car off her father and held it with one hand while she pulled her father out with the other hand. And it was accepted. I noticed the news coverage of it was very different than in the past. It was accepted that, in fact, the reporter said, it has been scientifically proven that we have extreme strength and abilities that we don't often use except in emergencies. So the consciousness, the acceptability is growing everywhere for us to start taking our magic wands out and using our natural spiritual abilities. So this is a way that can help you to do that. I'm going to ask you 7 questions. Now you can write down your answers if you want, or you can come back and write them down later and just, listen now and let whatever answers bubble up. These are questions that are best answered from your intuition, from your heart. So why don't we all just drop down into our heart? Maybe roll your eyes back, down your neck, send your awareness down into your heart space, down into source, into your soul, intuition. And just allow whatever answers come. The answers might come in images, memories, pictures, feelings, colors, sensations. Just allow whatever comes up to come up. And the purpose of these questions is to trigger your awareness that you have a magic wand, that you have these natural spiritual abilities, and to realize fresh in the moment, these reasons I put away my magic wand, are they any longer valid? Are they valid anymore? Do I need to have my magic wand put away for good? Or in fact, have I developed the wisdom and ability and compassion to use my magic wand compassionately and wisely in the moment, safely out in the world? So these are the questions. The first one is, where are you still playing dumb? In other words, where in your life are you still playing dumb anytime anyone mentions magic, miracles, healing? Where are you still not coming out of the spiritual closet, so to speak? It might be at work, it might be with your relatives, it might be with friends and family. Where are you still playing dumb about this whole subject of natural spiritual abilities and using your magic wand? And just allow yourself to notice what comes up, thoughts, feelings, awarenesses. The second question is, where are you giving your power away? Unconsciously or consciously. Just where are you giving your power away in your life? To another person, to an organization, to an old belief, to a feeling, to a fear. Just notice, where are you giving your power away? Where are you still feeling victim or at effect of certain situations or people or beliefs? Where are you giving your power away? Once we realize where we're giving our power away, it's possible to start taking that power back. Number 3, where in your life, just notice, just let it bubble up, where in your life are you pretending to be confused? pretending to be overwhelmed, pretending to not understand? Where are you letting yourself be a victim of being overwhelmed, confused, bewildered? It can be a little uncomfortable seeing how we still do this. This is what we needed to do at certain times in our life so we wouldn't be perceived as being too powerful or too threatening to somebody. But it is helpful to notice now, where are you still pretending to be confused? There's a wonderful Native American saying, and that is, it's impossible to wake someone up who's pretending to be asleep. It's impossible to wake someone up who's pretending to be asleep. So where are you still pretending to be asleep, unconscious, unaware, confused, bewildered in your life? Again, when you notice this, then when it happens in your everyday life, you can go, well, wait a minute. I don't have to pretend to be confused or stupid or out of it or overwhelmed. I can take back some power here. I can show up and actually have a lot more fun and be a lot more effective in my life. So the next question I'd like to ask you is, where are you scheduling? Where are you settling for a substitute? What I mean for that is, where are you playing small? Where are you playing smaller than you need to anymore? Playing small is a way that we consciously choose and unconsciously choose to stay safe. When we feel threatened, when we feel in a situation where if we played big, if we showed our power, if we showed our awareness, our skills, our techniques, our abilities, that we might be perceived as a threat or have some consequences that we're not interested in. So we play small. A lot of us play small our whole life. Chosen innocence is about choosing to be innocent, free of the idea that we are small, and take back and be aware that we're huge, that we have a huge ability, we have a huge intuition, we have huge skills and power. So where are you still playing smaller in your life than you actually need to any longer? Part of that is settling for a substitute. For example, an artist that wants to paint their own paintings and be a painter. And he might settle to be a house painter. So he might settle to just paint houses, or just paint murals that other people design, or just do something that's not as creative, not his own. Or a dressmaker might just make dresses, but she won't design her own dresses. So just where in your life are you settling for something less than your original dream? Where in your life are you settling for less than what your birthright is and your birth dream, what you came here to do? Now usually we can see this almost in every area of our life, because as we grow, as we get stronger, we get more aware, we get more capable of taking our power back, and that includes our skills and our talents. And so it's now safe with your increased intuition and wisdom and compassion. It's now safe to play bigger, to go for the golden ring instead of settling for something less than the dream that we were meant to live. So, where are you still afraid of truth? Where are you still afraid of the truth? And you might just take a fresh look. It might be relationships, it might be money, it might be your health, it might be your body, it might be your connection to God, and it might be the connection to your spiritual powers. And take a fresh look right now and see if you aren't in fact stronger, clearer, more intuitive. Therefore, it might be safer to see a little more truth, to see a little more clearly. And finally, where are you waiting for the perfect moment to come out with your magic wand? Where are you waiting for the perfect moment to show your friends and family your true self, your true abilities, your heart, what's important to you? Where are you still afraid to become public, afraid to go public, allowed to be seen at work, out in the world, as strong, powerful, clear, creative? and you're still waiting for some imaginary future time when it'll be okay to come out, to be who you are, to show all your love and skill and beauty and wisdom and care in the world. So where are you still waiting for the perfect moment to be seen for who you really are? And to be seen using your magic wand. So finally, I'd like to leave you with this question. And it's a question that really we can ask every day. You can ask 3 or 4 times a day. Just whenever you feel adventuresome, you feel strong, willing to expand and live life a little more fully. And consider taking out that magic wand again and using it in the world, for yourself, for your friends, for your family, for the world. The question is, if I knew in my heart, if I knew in my knowing, if I knew how to safely and intuitively use my magic wand, where would I do it? If I knew how to safely and intuitively use my magical spiritual powers, how would I do it? And then let go. Let go and allow whatever happens to happen. This question is for the universe. It's for your higher self. It's for God, Spirit. And then allow God, Spirit, the universe to guide you in showing you with signs and synchronicities and messages and opportunities to show you where there are the possibilities to play bigger, to play more honestly, to show up, to start using your magic wand again for your own enjoyment and for that of the world. If I knew when and where and how to use my special magical spiritual abilities, where would I do it? How would I do it? Just let go. Allow the guidance to come. Thank you.